Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I wanted to go over the end of the world and what this means and I guess what's kind of going on within this process, right, of the revelation or the ending, the apocalypse, right, the corruption. So let's get into this. Hold up. So the end of the world. This is pretty much the current times, right? The end of the world. We're hearing this a little bit more often within the canonicity of human cycles, historical cyclings. Um, it's revelation, right? It's the ending, the end times, apocalypse. So what this is it's a complete destruction of the world, right? It's literally what it is. What it's being called is a destruction. It's a period of destruction to the world. The world as we know it is conceptual reality is being destroyed and complete until there's no longer a world to exist within, right? So this is receding back into a universal oneness where the oneness slowly becomes noneness. So you have the one and you have the none. The one becomes nothingness, because this is what everything is emanating from, nothingness. This is what consciousness is. Consciousness is the nothingness. Um, so consciousness is the nothingness that everything emanates from. Without awareness or without consciousness, things wouldn't exist, right? So the world emanated from the nothingness, right? The void, dimensionlessness, conceptionless, where nothing exists. There's just a nothingness, right? So a non-existence. This is what the world came from, or this is how things were conceptualized within the toroidal womb. The void is the womb where conceptualization took place, which the conceptualization is the conceptual reality or the world dimension, which is what we're living within as a fragmented consciousness, or in a fragmented consciousness, which is just an illusion because there is no fragmented consciousness. So the whole thing is that there's the cycles of the nature or the cosmological processes, right? And there was conceptualization from the womb, the void, the nothingness, which is the world. The world was born out of the nothingness, out of the darkness, right? So it eventually goes into the birthing, the Genesis, and then it goes into the various different cycles of the canonicity of the cosmological process, right? Which this basically means that there's cycles of the whole cosmological process, and they're all canonical to the human storyline, right? So right now, the phase that we're in collectively is the revelation, is the ending of the cycle, of a specific cycle within the whole cosmological process, right? So the world, or the conceptualization, the offspring of the primordial, the sun, is coming to die, which death is also just a transcendence, right? Whenever you die, physically, individually, as a body, you transcend, you shed the body. This is why we say you shed the body as a higher, subtler, energetical formulation, which is the soul, right? You're a soul shedding the body whenever you die. The body is just a vessel. So whenever the totality comes to a death, it's also just subtilizing itself, right? In the very same way that we're able to shed the body, but the whole world is doing this. So everybody within the world, living within it as the world, because we make up the world through conceptualization, as the primordial observer, we are able to also come into that revelation period as well, and we can collectively die or transcend, because there is no death. Death is an illusion. So this is the times that we're in. We're in Revelations. This is where the world ceases to be, right? Not actually. There may be catastrophic events, right? Because this is part of the whole conceptualization, and this is the way that it likes to manifest itself, or the energy likes to stir itself up entropically, if you want to use this word, chaotically, right? And catastrophe can arise during these times, but it's just energy. So it's kind of just going through a transformative process till it loops back into the rebirth, because it's all it is. It's a rebirth taking place, a renewment of the matrix. So the matrix itself, the machine, which is the world and the matrix are one and the same, is coming to an end. Right, this is why more and more people are waking up beyond the matrix, or beyond the world, beyond the Maya, the illusion, which is the conceptualization. And there's more, the Kundalini of the earth is rising, right? This is just the energy coming to higher forms of itself, or rising, right? So there's more, the laws of physics are slowly starting to be broken through. The laws of physics are laws of the world, laws of the Maya. There is no physics in reality. There's just a primordiality, right? And this involves transcendence of everything that has been conceptualized, along with laws and physics. There is no physics, right? The laws of physics were just put into place so that the world would be sustained, so that it can continue going as an illusion, but they don't exist. So we're slowly coming into being able to realize the cessation of the conceptualization, or the conceptual world, right? And that's what Revelations is. It's the destruction of the world. The whole system is slowly growing corrupt to the point where it can't really continue going, right? When a computer system grows corrupt, it has to terminate itself. If it grows really corrupt, it terminates itself. It does that so it doesn't affect the entire computational networking, right? So it doesn't pose a threat to any of its connectives. It's like if you get a disease in a specific organ of your body, there's a lot of different microorganisms that are all binding together, or working together to be able to suppress the spread of that disease, right? So it's the same thing when a system grows corrupt. It has to eventually cessate to a certain degree in order to save the entire body, right? Or not save, but more so keep a balance or a health. So and that's only if it grows too corrupt, right? But this is the whole thing. It does grow this corrupt, so that it can actually come into the universal reset, which is like a quantum critical point where um, where the world or the I guess you could say the atomic world kind of has to completely be dissolved away through the processes that are taking place, right? I don't have all the quantum physics because I don't actually get into this as much as I should, but there is most definitely a quantum critical point, criticality that is taking place, and that is when there's a complete reset that needs to take place, right? And the reset happens all throughout conceptualization. So we kind of revert into that nothingness or into the void, right? Into pure consciousness, which is the ascension taking place, where we're able to ascend into a higher, subtler, lighter state of being, right? Which is receding into pure consciousness, because consciousness is the lightest, is the most subtlest. So it's an ascension, right? Where the manifest world is, or the conceptualized world, out of that primordial consciousness, is just dissolved away. It's completely destroyed, right? So this is what the end of the world is.